Alright, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna show you how to solo carry games as Tryndamere. And for that we are reviewing a game on my Smurf account. It's currently in Gold 1. This matchup against Olaf, usually pretty hard early game, but gets easier the longer the game goes. When you stay even with the Olaf, obviously. If he can really snowball early. But as you see me being very aggressive with my ghost, not even giving the Olaf any opportunity to like get the upper hand on me. So yeah, enjoy the watch, enjoy the PvE experience, because we are gonna struggle. Like, my team is gonna get so far behind once they started grouping. To get some early objectives, Mordecai is securing them. But yeah, every lane's kind of losing except top lane. So yeah, I kind of just perma split the whole game. And see for yourself how it ends. Tryndamere right now is really good to climb. He got a buff. He's a really good solo queue champion anyways, and yeah, the buff for his range really helped him. And he just see me messing with the Olaf. Like, the wave is currently in a really good spot for me, so I want to invade. Olaf is wasting lots of time here. I don't care if we get anything here. Like, the Mord pushing up with me as well, so that's great. Like, he doesn't get anything, but the Olaf loses so much experience, and we secure the grab for our jungler. And then we kind of go back to farming, playing it safe, because as Tryndamere, the last thing you want is being over aggressive and falling behind against matchups that can actually snowball. Like, Olaf can very much snowball into you, but I got a few hours into Tryndamere. He was my OTP for 3 seasons, so yeah. What you want to do with Tryndamere is usually just get really high CS in the lane and sustain your way out of the lane. The Y lane gank really fucked me. Especially because I was just so greedy for all that experience, and yeah, she just flashes on me, and should have tried to kill her. That was bad on my part, like bad played dive. And even staying there is, you could argue that it's already troll, but nevertheless, make mistakes and to learn from them. I guess I'm just limit testing as well, since I'm on my Smurf. And yeah, with Tryndamere, sometimes you can avoid dives because you have like the AD reduction, and you have your Q heal, so the mobility. So sometimes you can escape dives, but I have had nothing there really. Should have just tried to kill Vi, but I pussied out and paid the price. Yeah, I proxy the wave here because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Vi is not gonna be here again. So I can just reset freely, get my Iron Spike whip, and continue farming. Maybe I shouldn't show that, because you guys get spoiled. So yeah, the laning phase in itself is not too eventful, because I'm just really playing it safe for the most part. Here I misplay, have to burn my ult because Vi is there. So can I just troll and lose a wave top lane? Luckily there's nobody there to punish me this time. And since I'm Tryndamere. As long as I can hit the wave. Oh yeah, Olaf is in the bush there. I can see him with my W. Your W lights up when somebody's near, even if they are not in range. I mean, if they are in range, but even if they're in fog of war. So, kind of just bait the Q, pushes, and I just try to get for some trades, like not necessarily for the HP. Many matchups for Tryndamere are just depleting the enemy's mana pool, and then they're useless, and you're just gonna whoop them in the ass with lethal tempo. And yeah, I don't know what he was doing. Could have committed and killed me, but he chose to run and took another tower shot, and yeah, that kinda lost him top lane. From there on, it was kinda gone. Because once Tryndamere gets rolling, it's really hard to stop him from snowballing 1v1, because if somebody does a lot of damage, it can kill you, and you can never kill them back because he has 5 seconds of death immunity. That's rough. Maybe Survive is on the Crocs. I mean, is on the Raptors, so easily take a plating and just recall there on the spot. I'm almost done, like 700 gold off from my Stride Breaker, because that's what I'm going every single game. Stride Breaker into the Kraken Slayer. Usually build boots either after Stride, sometimes before if I think I need the mobility. Yeah, usually Stride is goal because it gives so much wave clear, it gives so much good stats for combat. You can always just easily kite people with it. Yeah, I don't know why he ults there. Yeah, and that was just really dumb by me to run. Should have just tried to all in him immediately. Maybe you could have killed him. I mean, but he ghosted and he flashed, so that's not too bad. If I ulted earlier, I mean I went in earlier, maybe I wouldn't have had to flash, or could have even flashed after him. So that's another like huge mistake, I would say. Like not as huge as the dive one, but still like could have easily killed him there already. But as you see, like, Olaf can be still quite menacing with his lifesteal, but the long game, the long lane is always in Tryn's favor. Like there's not really too many champions that have that much lifesteal. Yeah, here I get lucky again because he loses all his mana from spamming spells, so I get away again. That's kind of the critical part still, where Olaf can actually kill me. Yeah, I pulled 2 minions here, so the wave is still like, you can see that there's still more minions because I left 2 minions, pulled them into the middle of the lane, and that makes it that these minions push to your tower because there are more reinforcements coming to the minions that are already there. I messed up and the wave went under tower, so that's really bad. Didn't really get that much, but the Olaf like lost even more, I think, because I got some experience and he didn't get any of one wave. Yeah, and here I'm not sure what he's doing. Like I have ult, I have ghost, he has no sums, no movement sums. Like he can't run. Obviously he can't kill me because I'm Tryndamere. He pings my R, pretty funny, because like who cares? Like, he's gonna kill me. Like why? Why it's really hard to actually kill me here, because if I see her and I spin away, it's really hard for her to close the gap, because she has to start charging her Q and I can just E away. Here I tried to let the tower live so it denies more experience, but didn't really work out. But these minions are still stronger, so it actually pushes back. Always try to set up these little freezes early game or mid game if you can, so the wave is in your favor, because it does so much and so many people just disrespect it. They go back even though they will lose out on so much experience, and yeah, just like that off of wave management and just killing him twice. I have like a whole level 11. Like that's way too much for him to be able to fight me, and he has ghost, but like even with ghost he can't run. If he doesn't have a tower, a spin comes up, I slow him and just finish him off. From here on out he can't really do much against Tryndamere. Here the fight here is really awkward because I really don't want to go in fully into mid, even though I have ult. But I get a fat shutdown, which is really good obviously, because the more fat I get, the easier it is for me to 1v1 somebody in the side lane and run their towers down. Yeah, I try to go for the red, but he's actually playing like really well. They pressuring the lead, getting like the top lane tower. They don't just stay bot lane and die there. So not like a completely free game. Enemies know what they are doing. Yeah, I get caught off guard, but luckily I'm Tryndamere. Just ghost and are out. So break is up. They have to move there, and I can just, even though I just used all my stuff, I can just continue split pushing. You gotta remember a sprint that you can heal yourself. Plus, who cares if like if you're low, if there's nobody there, who cares? I mean, in the end Talia is there, but she can't kill me. Like I'm pretty sure I have like a level on her at this point. And plus I'm Tryndamere, so it's really hard for her to kill me. Yeah, I have a level on her. Yeah, it's actually, I should have actually went for her. She's like a fat shutdown and she kind of spent all her mana. But on the other hand, I'm scared to like die as well. I'd rather just be on the map and keep pressuring, because like yeah, he'll see me trying to recall, but then I'm like, I can still like pressure a little bit more and get more resources, because there is no fight or no threat for me. Like I don't need to have the gold. I have good items. I have Stride and I have Berserker's Greaves. So I can clear, I can move. Doesn't matter if I have a little bit more gold or not. Here you go for my Kraken Slayer. I have like 3k gold on me. Taking more camps. That's another thing that is really important. Always try to like soak up all the camps to get even more ahead when you are already ahead. And Tryndamere can do that very easily. He has a lot of mobility, lots of sustain, lots of damage, and his AoE clear with his E and Stride is really good. Especially because, yeah, he doesn't have mana cost, so you can just spam it over and over and get way more ahead without like any really negatives about it. Because you can go right back to splitting, get more gold for yourself, give your team a little bit breathing room as well, and yeah, get those juicy objectives. Especially juicy are those, you didn't see that spin over the wall. Didn't go over the wall, but I'm not gonna talk about that. Yeah, tier 2 towers are actually 600 gold, so it's like 2 kills for free. Plus the pressure you get from it is amazing. Because if the tier 2 falls, like obviously tier 1 is needed before that, so like obviously it's important to get them as well, but tier 1s are really easy to get. They usually, unless you're hard stomping enemies, they're always gonna fall. But tier 2s, they give a lot of gold, plus when a wave push so close to the inhib tower, what happens is, if you get like a window where you can actually hit the tower, you're right at the inhib, like literally afterwards. So it's like 2-for-1 deal that you get. And here I go top lane because the next objective would be Drake. Always push away from, like split push away from the next objective. I'm almost, like I had like 1k gold almost at my Hullbreaker. I try and tell him that, like tell the Kassadin to let me split top. And luckily he goes. Because I can split push like way faster and take towers way easier than him. And here Talia decides to, with a smart decision, to face me. I don't sidestep a W, which is bad because it would have been really easy to just run a little bit farther. Or just flash it, actually. So that's my bad or a really bad play on my part actually, because I could have just killed her there. But I gotta be honest, I just tried to play the game as safe as possible. So I rather not flash there. And the movement part is, it's just not being used to the orb walking in Tryndamere with Ghost. Because that's something that you have to get really good at, the orb walking, like auto attacking and clicking to move at the right time when the damage goes off. Talia tries to stop me again, I just spin away. That's the good thing about Tryndamere is he does so much damage to towers, but he also gets away so easily. Like, what are you gonna do about someone who can spin over a wall over and over without any mana cost if you don't have any dashes? Yeah, just show them who scores. The full ADY thinks that she can mess with me, but actually they both just start running because I deal way too much damage at this point. The support Malphite with MR doesn't stand a chance, and the full damage by doesn't stand a chance either. But still, playing it maybe a little bit too safe, I'm not sure. I just kind of just don't want to die and give up my pressure. Like, it's not so much about the shutdown. Like 500 gold is whatever, but you're dying in a game like that, whereas 23 to 10, enemies like 7k gold up. That's a lot. Like, if you die here and don't apply pressure, that could mean that you already lose like an inhib. Because then they can just group as 5 and push, and if I split they always have to deal with me, and it's annoying because they don't have anyone that can 1v1 me besides maybe the Vayne. If she plays it correct, he can 1v1 me, but she never tried to do that. So guess she was just bad, or I just got lucky that she didn't realize that she could easily do it. So yeah, as I said, just playing it so I can always apply pressure, always get me some resources. I have 236 farm, it could be better, but it's still great. And now I have my Hullbreaker. Like, these 3 items is probably where the most fun begins. You have a lot of DPS with the attack speed and with the Kraken passive every 3rd hit. And you're really, really tanky with Stride Breaker and Hullbreaker, HP and just resistances. I just realized it's like Hullbreaker, Stride Breaker, just like a tower breaker build, I guess. I mean, Tryndamere does that anyways, but with Hullbreaker and all that AD and attack speed, you demolish turrets, even with just 3 items. You see, like the tower's just gone. Nothing she can do about that. There's 10 gold in my pocket. And gold makes Trynd happy, because that's what makes Trynd win games, is he's had a lot of levels and ahead a lot in gold, and he keeps pushing that lead. Usually people think Tryndamere has such a good late game. He kinda has, but at the same time he doesn't, because he gets kited, he gets CC'd, he gets one shot and instantly has to ult, then gets CC'd, stuff like that. They're in the bush, by the way. You always have to scout stuff with your W and just scout if they're there in range. It's really OP. Especially because people don't seem to realize that you can see them because the W lights up. So yeah, always use that as your advantage to scout the Fog of War when you're split pushing. Yeah, I would heavily recommend for you to pick up Tryndamere if you want to play top, plan to play mid. He can always split push. You can always team fight as well if you are flanking. And he can pick off squishies like this Talia easily. Here I actually played right and Ghost over the W from Talia, and yeah, I get 900 gold like that. And that is not good for the enemy team, because Tryndamere that is this fat, not only you can't really 1v1 him, but the more damage he gets and the more level he gets, obviously he's gonna like be even harder to deal with, because he have to react so fast. Like they are at Drake, and probably could have just dove him, but I didn't play enough games yet on Tryndamere where I'm like that confident with diving and like all the orb walking. So rather just play it safe, because in the end, not dying is the best way to win games. If you're strong, like you shouldn't just give away your tempo, give away your shutdown. Yeah, here that is kind of sad to watch what I did there, and then flashback over just to get the. She isn't even worth a shutdown. That was really bad on my part, and yeah, that I get away is that's like illegal that I even get away. But they tried to go for me in the wrong direction. I just run and get an easy execute. Oh, I shouldn't have spoiled that, right? No, I mean, what do you expect from me? Yeah, so that's my second death. So basically still at 1 death. And yeah, the enemy gets Baron. That's still bad, the death, in the sense of losing the tempo. Because I wasn't, like, while they were doing Baron, I wasn't able to pressure the bot lane tower. But if I lived there and they were doing Baron, I would have already gotten that bot lane tower. But again, misplay on my part to read for that Vi. I somehow thought she was a shutdown, even though she wasn't. Yeah, just take that 600 gold in front of his face. I just run him down in the streets like he's nothing. I mean, he is nothing. Like he's got 1.5 items, 2.5 items. Olaf against level 18 Tryndamere. He's like, I don't know, level 14, level 15. I think level 14, and yeah, just like that, my team keeps them there, fights them. Cassidy actually is level 17 and does like a lot of damage. So yeah, they're kind of losing that team fight. And I just murder the whole base, like all the towers. Because you see, I have 4 items and take 3 towers, 1 inhib. And here I just get bursted. Don't ult. Probably could have ended right here. But didn't expect a Talia plus Vi burst and died. It's really pathetic death, actually, because I think I could have already finished. But I buy a Essence Reaper because I have the exact amount of gold. Usually wouldn't do that. Plus it's really good to get the passive for the backdoor. I ult too early, not gonna talk about that. And I finished the game completely 1v9, 35 to 18. We are 6k down. probably most of the stuff is, yeah, of the gold is in my pocket. This, if you have a lead from Tryndamere, that's how you can still win games, even if you're that far behind. You're just not allowed to do any mistakes. Like these 3 deaths. Those were the only 3 severe mistakes that I did, I think. And the most severe was the dive. That was very bad because I could have just backed off. Then the second death, the execute, shouldn't have been that deep, so I don't get caught and they can't just Baron for free. And the third death, because sometimes you just get bursted and you don't press ult. Then you look like a dumbass. People are gonna flame you, but it's alright. It happens. Always gotta have those deaths as well, because you gotta find a sweet spot to ult. Because if you ult too early, it can be really bad as well, because you're just losing out on. You're losing out on precious time. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want me to do more videos like that or guides on champions, let me know. And hope you have a great day. And see you soon in